Who needs this many instruments? Jesus Christ! Hello, my name is VenousBird, and I'm once again coming to you fresh out the shower. Around me and in front of me and in front of you and around you is every instrument that I currently own. I had this idea around Christmas time when I was visiting my family to make a video every year at the start of the year to show what my instrument collection looks like and how it's evolved and changed. This is currently every instrument I own minus two. My drum set, because obviously I was running out of space and also I didn't really want to move it, and a marching euphonium that I've loaned to a friend of mine that will not be featured in this. But otherwise, this is every instrument that I currently own. I wanted to reorganize the closet that I store all of these in, and so I figured it would be fun today to go through, show off every instrument that I own, play them for you, see what they sound like, see how good I am at playing them, and then a year from now, check in and do it all over again. So, without further ado, let's pick an instrument family and get started. This is my Con 62 HI bass trombone. It's been featured on this channel before, so I'm just gonna be brief with the summary of it. This is currently the only brass instrument in this apartment. I love this horn. This is probably my favorite instrument that I currently own, and it's also the most expensive instrument I currently own, even if I include all of the parts to my drum set. I've had to get some work done on it, but hey, it still works. It sounds incredible. It plays so good, and I love this horn so much. You've probably seen some other brass instruments featured on the channel before. I had a tenor trombone, a plastic alto trombone, and another marching baritone that have been featured. I've sold all those instruments. I didn't find any musicality with them anymore, and I felt like how I've grown as a brass player, they don't really suit me anymore. So I ended up selling them and getting rid of them to make space for upgrades such as my marching euphonium and some of the guitars and other percussion instruments you see here. But yeah, I've already talked about this instrument in depth in 2 videos. I've already featured it in 2 videos, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm going to put it away, put it back in the closet, and continue moving on with, I don't fucking know, probably guitars. This here is my uke bass, or U-bass, depending on your how you want to describe it. Just a ukulele, but also a bass guitar. It only has 16 frets, so you can't play every song that I know how to play on it, which kind of sucks, but I've featured this in shorts on my channel before. I think this thing is super fun. It's so cute and so adorable. The frets being so close together does kind of mess up my hands, especially when I'm wearing rings like I am now. I have a hard time really getting my fingers in the frets, especially if I have to like really get on top of them like that. But it's a really fun instrument and I really like it, and I'm probably going to keep it for a long time. So yeah, that's the uke bass. This here is my acoustic guitar. This is actually the first guitar that I ever bought. When I lived up in the UP in Houghton, there was a little music shop that had this guitar for, I think it was less than $200. My friend, who's a really great guitar player, said this is the only guitar in this entire store that's worth the price. So I bought it, and I've played it pretty often since until I got this guy. I'm not great at guitar. I'm really kind of just a stand there and mash chords kind of player, but I really love the sound of the acoustic. I love how it feels. I love how it works. So yeah, this is a cool guitar, and I don't know if I have anything else to say about it. This is an Ibanez bass guitar, 4-string, normal scale. It's really not that special of an instrument. It's just a standard beginner bass guitar, but this guitar actually has some sentimental value to me. I got it for free. The reason I got it for free is because this bass was the first bass that my brother, who is the bass guitarist for the Happy Face Riot, this is the first bass that he ever got. You will notice the pickups are rusty. There's all kinds of shit going on. This thing is nasty, it's gross, but I love this bass, and I can't ever see myself getting rid of it, which I'm sure my brother would call me an idiot for not wanting to ever get rid of this bass, but it's a family heirloom in a kind of way. So yeah, that's this bass, probably not even worth $100, but I'm never see myself getting rid of it. This is I believe it is a Charvel electric bass with thread lockers and a whammy bar. I don't really have much to say about it. I got it off of a guy that lives near me who I traded for an electric drum set that I didn't want anymore. So yeah, I hardly ever play this guitar just because, like, when I first got it especially, I was like, this is way more guitar than I'm ready for. I was just messing around on it now, and I don't really think that's the case anymore, so yay for getting better. This thing is super fun. I'm having a great time with it, and it sounds awesome. So, yeah. This is an unbranded 5-string bass. This 5-string bass actually is a kit bass. However, I did not build it. I was looking at this bass on Facebook Marketplace for months, and I was like, I'm gonna save up and I'm gonna buy this bass from this guy if it's still available. Well, when I had the money saved up, I went and looked, and it had already been sold. Then a couple months later, my girlfriend gave me this for Christmas. So shout out to her. I love you, baby. You're awesome. And it has since become my favorite guitar or bass that I own. This thing is just a monster. It sounds so great. In any tuning, I've tuned it to B flat, I've tuned it to B, I've tuned it to drop D. Like, this thing is awesome. Yeah, this was totally one of the best gifts I've ever gotten, and I fucking love this guitar. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. This is Jackson Flying V. I freaking love this guitar. It looks sick, it sounds okay, and it was hella cheap. My brother, when I posted him the picture of this, said that it was hilarious that I sent him a picture of a $200 guitar next to a $2,000 drum set. But this thing is really fun, it looks really cool, it does lots of cool things, and it's sort of like my go-to guitar at the moment. I have a bunch of auxiliary percussion stuff. I don't know what these are, but I've just been treating them as wood blocks. I got them with this xylophone. Then, of course, I teach marching band, so I gotta have the obligatory gok block. Every drummer needs to have a cowbell that they can mount to their bass drum, so got one of those too. I got these tempo blocks that are kind of fun. I used to have them mounted on my snare drum, and then I decided I didn't like them, so now I just have them. And lastly, but certainly not least, every drummer's favorite thing, a tambourine. Woo. This is my xylophone. The bag says Stag on it, but I don't know anything about that company or even if this xylophone is that brand. I'm not good at playing it. I got it because I originally had a percussion kit that had like a set of bells and like a really shitty snare pad and like really crappy sticks and stuff, but I sold that kit and I used the money to purchase this xylophone from someone who went to college to be a percussionist and was getting rid of their junk. So this xylophone it's a xylophone. There's really nothing else to write home about it. It sounds okay, it hurts my ears, and like it's just a keyboard. I haven't played it in 5 ever just because it's such a hassle to get out. I'm not very good at it. I'm sure you can hear in the exercises that I'm doing because those are literally the only things that I know how to play on this. So yeah, that's the xylophone. Yeah. Next, for my percussion stuff, I've got my drum pads. I'm obviously not gonna play on them right now just because what would be the point, but I have this Evans Real Feel and the backside has a muscle trainer pad. This is probably my like favorite pad to just use. I'll set it up on the couch here and just kind of like tap away at it, do some drum rudiments, fill some stuff in, and have some general fun. Then of course, I've got this drum pad, which has been here this whole video, that is serving as my drink stand because, you know, I'd be a thirsty bitch, so I need to have a drink stand. That's probably the best drum pad that I own, but it's really loud, so I don't like using it. And then, of course, lastly, this big hunk of junk is my marching tenor pad, which I've been trying to get better at marching tenors, and this is how I've been practicing. So, yeah, those are all my drum pads. Let's move on to some drums themselves. This is the Yamaha Stage Custom all birch shell snare drum. As you can see by the head, it really needs to get replaced and cleaned because I have goofed it up quite a bit. This has been my go-to snare drum on my drum set for just about 2 years now, and I really like it. It definitely needs some new heads, and I need to get better at tuning it because I'm sure you can hear there's a lot of reverb on it, hence the moon gel stains on this. I also haven't tuned it in a while, so it doesn't sound great either. This is a 10-lug snare drum made of all birch, as the shell suggests, and it's just so gorgeous, and I think it fits my drum set so well. Yeah, let's go put this bad boy home. if you have seen my channel and are coming back, is the Atom percussion 14 by 5 snare made of material. This is my project drum, which hopefully that video has come out by now, but the plan is to turn this into a sticker bomb snare. This is more of a concert snare than a drum set snare, but I still think it would be really cool, and I think that it sounds pretty good. Obviously I need to tune it up a little bit more, but otherwise, yeah, this thing is sick, and I'm really looking forward to finishing this project. Yeah. Pearl branded cajon. I don't know what model it is. It was given to me as a gift for Christmas, and it's in a Minell bag. This is one of two, I don't really know what to call them, I guess like auxiliary percussion-y instruments that I have that I used to play a lot, but I don't really play anymore. This got me through college for a very long time. It's a super fun little thing, super fun little box, you know. If I have little acoustic gigs, I'll bring this instead of bringing a full drum set, because a full drum set can be very overpowering in some other areas. This thing is really fun. I have spent a lot of time on it as when I was younger, and I don't really play it as much anymore now that I have a drum set with all of the extra pieces that I have for it. I love playing it, and I should play it more. It bears my body weight, it's really fun to play, and there's a lot of cool techniques you can do with it, and it sounds really cool, especially in context of like acoustic guitars and acoustic basses and other things. This set of bongos I got when I was much, much younger than I am now. They were a gift from me from my high school best friend who sadly I don't really talk to anymore. I have never changed the heads. They have just existed like this since I got them. They were $20 from him, and they're also fun to play much like my cajon, but unfortunately I just don't have the time to ever bust them out anymore. So next up are the two sets of cymbals I own. I'm not gonna lift up the other one because it's heavy. This is, as the bag suggests, a set of Evans DB1 low volume cymbals. I got these mostly to practice in my apartment without upsetting my neighbors. And yeah, I'm just gonna go through each one and give them a tap and we'll see how they sound. The hi-hats precariously balanced. The 16-inch crash. Ooh. The 18-inch crash. Ooh. And to top it off, a 20-inch ride. Up next is my very, very heavy cymbal set for my drum set. Talk about it and then give them a tap and we'll move on from there. To start off, we got a set of 14-inch custom dark hi-hats from I don't actually remember what that brand is, but they sound a little something like this. Yeah, this doesn't really work. This is that same brand that I don't remember the name of, custom hybrid crash. This is a 17-inch crash. I fucking love this thing. So this is when the cymbals start getting really weird, because this is a Sabian 20-inch China. I love this cymbal. You have no idea how much I love this thing. Woo! Ha! Not dropping it today. That rings on forever, oh my god. Oh. And then of course, this is the piece de resistance. I am a big fan of things weird and crazy, if you haven't told by my instrument taste so far. This is the Sabian 22-inch metal ride. I cannot tell you how heavy this thing is. This is heavier than all of the other cymbals combined so far, but I love how much it sounds. I love this ride. It's absurd, it's obscene, and I love every second of it. No drum set is complete without some effects cymbals. These last two cymbals for my drum set I actually got as a pair at Guitar Center. This is a Minell 10-inch splash. Sounds like a splash. This thing is cute and fun, and it's pretty big for a splash, but I think it sounds great. and it pairs very well with the hybrid Dark Crash. And then of course, rounding out the Splash in the same set that I got the Splash, and also a very weird thing is this. This is a Meinl 12-inch China. I use it pretty much as a splash on top of my other China, which you'll see when I show you my drum set. I'm gonna fully assemble it for you. But this is what this sounds like, if I can hold it. It's like a little baby gong, I love it. All right, last but certainly not least in my instrument collection is this, my Pearl Session Studio Select drum set. This is my favorite drum set that I've ever owned. Granted, I've only ever owned 4 if you count electric kits. This drum set sounds so sick. It's the most recorded on drum set in the world, which makes total sense to me. It's so easy to tune. It fits with so many genres. I mean, I could swap out cymbals all I want and it'll still work great with them. This is a 22-inch bass drum. This is a 10-inch tom. This is a 12-inch tom, 14, 16. Of course, my Yamaha snare drum from earlier in the cymbals that I demonstrated to you before. Yeah, I love this drum set. I don't know what else there is to say about it. It looks so sick. It sounds so sick. I do have additionally a set of mutes that I have here on the floor. This is the one I use on the snare. This is the R-Tom Black Hole. I don't really like the audio quality, but it's one of the only mutes that I've found that has a rim, so I can practice rim shots and rim clicks, which is really important for me. And then of course I have the Evans sound offs. I have a 16, a 14, a 12, and a 10 for all of my toms. They came in a pack from Sweetwater. And then of course the bass drum mute. If you've been a long time follower of my channel, you know that this is the second Evans sound off bass drum mute I've had. I demolished and broke my first, and based on how this one's looking, it's looking like it might be well on its way, falling apart for me as well. Normally I have the Evans DB1 low volume cymbals on my drum set. I have the mutes on in low volume so that I don't upset my neighbors, or at least avoid upsetting them as much as possible. Obviously I've taken them off for the purpose of filming this video so you can really hear this kit. But yeah, that's all of the instruments that I own. Let me know if you guys have any of these instruments for yourself and what you think about them. Personally, I love it. I love my music collection and I want it to continue to grow, and hopefully it doesn't have to shrink anymore. Anyway, thank you for watching and I hope you all have a great day. Take care.